All right, Ben, that's coming up, but we're going to begin with breaking news. John Engler is in talks at this hour to resign from his post as the interim president of Michigan State University. The drumbeat for Engler to step down has quickly grown louder over these past 24 hours, and now it appears to be very close to happening.
The latest controversy stems from a quote Engler gave to the Detroit News editorial board last week, saying some Nassar survivors are enjoying the attention they're receiving. Here it is. It says, in quote, some ways they've been able to deal with this better than the ones who've been in the spotlight, who are still enjoying that moment at times. You know, the awards and recognition, end quote. Mara McDonald live on campus in East Lansing, but we're going to start with Paula Tutman, who has been talking with a number of the MSU trustees who've been calling for Engler to step aside. Paula?
Yeah, hi, good evening to you. Yeah, forgive the cell phone because I just got a text message from the chair of the trustees asking if there was an update on whether or not John Engler has officially tendered his resignation. She says no new update yet. The bottom line is, yes, we do know that he is in discussions at this hour to resign because he knows that if he doesn't, he gets the boot tomorrow. By the end of the specially called employee action meeting with the MSU trustees at 8 a.m. Thursday, interim president John Engler is expected to be gone, effective immediately. Local 4 has confirmed that he is at this hour in discussions to resign. And if he doesn't tonight, the votes are there to remove him.
There's potential dissenting votes. I haven't talked to 3 of the trustees, but I know that there are 5 votes that will remove him tomorrow.
Brought in to heal Michigan State University during the Larry Nassar sex abuse revelations of more than 150 young gymnasts, with the ousting of President Luanna Simon last year. During the interim president headhunt, 2 former governors were at the fore, Jim Blanchard and John Engler. John Engler got the nod, and since then, almost the beginning of his tenure 12 months ago, has been a lightning rod of negativity.
We've had several conversations about his tone publicly. And I just don't think he gets it. The survivors are not the adversary. This is not a game in the legislature. You're representing a university that's an institution that needs to show compassion and empathy, that should represent inclusivity.
In your view, is it possible for him to at all help regain credibility of the university as well as repair an image?
I think it's extremely difficult for him to be able to perform that role, given the continued missteps that really set the university back in terms of the changes we have made, and also the ability for the survivors to heal.
And that statement from Chair Byram is the key of what's going to happen tomorrow. Whether he resigns tonight or gets fired tomorrow, it will be effective immediately. The meeting will continue anyway at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning because the bylaws say you have to appoint an interim president, so there will be an interim appointed sometime tomorrow. My colleague, Mara McDonald, already made it to MSU, is on campus talking to students. And Mara, this has been a lightning rod for students as well.
You know, Paula, the students here that I speak with say that, yes, they're more than aware of what happens here at the upper level. They are all aware of the talks about Engler either being ousted or resigning. But the reality is they've got marketing exams to get through, as well as their daily grind here. So, yes, they are aware. Do they have strong feelings about John Engler? Perhaps not as strong of feelings as the members of the board have, who have been involved in politics with him for years. But we spoke to one freshman working on his Broad School application. This is what he had to say. Take a listen.
I've been following it, so I know that he hasn't really done anything with the whole Nassar thing. So I mean, I think it's good, but he I was not affected by it, so it hasn't affected me at all. So if he would have stayed, I mean, it would have been all right. But I mean, I feel like it is good for the university that he is resigning because he didn't do anything.
Back here live, let's remember that John Engler was brought into this university to clean house after the Michigan legislature let this MSU Board of Trustees know that it was disgusted with the way the Board of Trustees had handled things, that was disgusted with Luanna Simon. So the essential threat was this: you either bring somebody in here who is going to clean house, or we are going to withhold funding from you, millions of dollars worth of funding. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out over the next 24 hours, not just with Engler's firing/resignation, but how this is received in the legislature. We're live in East Lansing on the campus of MSU. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Exactly right, Mara. So much more to come.